हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल। आज का ये वीडियो स्पेशली क्लास 10 के बच्चों के लिए जिनका बिजनेस स्टडीज़ बीएसटी का एग्ज़ाम अक्टूबर 2024 में होने वाला है। ये पार्ट 2 वीडियो है। अगर आपने अभी तक पार्ट 1 वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो आपको इस वीडियो के आई बटन में पार्ट 1 वीडियो का लिंक मिल जाएगा, या तो फिर इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में भी आपको पार्ट 1 वीडियो का लिंक मिल जाएगा। आप पार्ट 1 वीडियो को भी देखिए और इस वीडियो के नोट्स को भी देखिए। दोनों वीडियो के नोट्स को देखकर आप एग्ज़ाम में बैठिए। बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आपको कॉमन मिल सकते हैं। तो चलिए इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। बीएसटी का एग्ज़ाम पैटर्न पे जब जहाँ तक बात करें, आपका एग्ज़ाम 100 मार्क्स का होगा और जो एग्ज़ाम ड्यूरेशन होगा, टाइम ड्यूरेशन, दैट इज़ 3 घंटे का आपको एग्ज़ाम ड्यूरेशन दिया जाएगा। क्वेश्चन में बात करें तो पहला क्वेश्चन है शॉर्ट नोट ऑन नाबार्ड, National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. And the answer is, it is a central or apex institution for financing agricultural and rural sectors. If a person is engaged in agriculture or other activities like handloom, weaving, fishing, etc., Nabard can provide credit both short term and long term through regional rural banks. If it provides financial assistance, especially to cooperative credit in the field of agriculture, small-scale industries, cottage and village industries, handicraft and allied economic activities in rural areas. Next question is short note on SIDBI, Small Industrial Development Bank of India. And the answer is, if you want to establish a small-scale business unit or industry, loan and easy terms can be available through SIDBI. It also finances modernization of small-scale industrial units, use of new technology and market activities. The aim and focus of SIDBI is to promote finance and develop small-scale industries. Next question is short note on current deposit account. And the answer is, big businessmen, companies and institutions such as schools, colleges and hospitals have to make payments through their bank accounts. Since there are restrictions on number of withdrawals from savings bank account, that type of account is not suitable for them. They need to have an account from which withdrawals can be made any number of times. Banks open current account for them. Like savings bank account, this account also requires certain minimum amount of deposit while opening the account. Next question is, what is the importance of insurance? And the answer is, insurance plays a significant role, particularly in view of the large scale production and distribution of goods in national and international market. It is an aid to both trading and industrial enterprises, which involve huge investment in properties and plants, as well as inventories of raw materials, components and finished goods. The members of business community feel secured by means of insurance, as they get assurance that by contributing a token amount they will be compensated against a loss that may take place in future. Next question is short note on Fidelity Insurance. And the answer is, as a protection against the risk of loss on account of embezzlement or defalcation of cash or misappropriation of goods by employees, businessmen may get policies issued covering the risk of loss and on account of fraud and dishonesty on the part of employees handling cash or in charge of stores. This is called Fidelity Insurance policy. Next question is, define floating policy. And the answer is, under this policy, a cargo policy may be taken for a round sum, and whenever some cargo is shipped, the insurance company declares its value and the total value of the policy is reduced by that amount. Such shipments may continue until the total value of the policy is exhausted. Next question is, define BPO, explain the advantages of BPO. And the answer is, business process outsourcing, that means BPO, can be defined as the act of giving a other party responsibility of performing what would otherwise be an internal system or service. The advantages of BPO are: first point, achieve cost reduction. This is made possible through process improvements, re-engineering and use of technologies that reduce and bring administrative and other costs under control. Second point, key in and on company's main business. With the day-to-day back office operations taken care of, the management is free to devote more time to building the company's core businesses. Next question. Define wholesaler. Explain the characteristics of it. And the answer is, wholesalers are one of the important middlemen in the channel of distribution who deal with the goods in bulk quantity. They buy goods in bulk from the producers and sell them in relatively smaller quantities to the retailers. In some cases, they also sell goods directly to the consumers if the quantity to be purchased is more. The characteristics of wholesalers are: first point, wholesalers buy goods directly from producers or manufacturers. Second point, wholesalers buy goods in large quantities and sell in relatively smaller quantities. They sell different varieties of a particular line of product. For example, a wholesaler who deals in paper is expected to keep all varieties of paper, cardboard, card, etc. Fourth number point, they may employ a number of agents or workers for distribution of products. Fifth number point, they generally provide credit facility to retailers. Sixth number point, they also provide financial assistance to the producers or manufacturers. Next question, difference between wholesaler and retailer. And the answer is, wholesaler buys goods in large quantities while the retailer buys goods in small quantities. Wholesaler buy goods directly from producers while the retailers generally buy goods from the wholesalers. Wholesalers deal in limited variety of goods while the retailers deals in wide range of products. Wholesalers there is no direct contact with consumers while the retailers direct contact with the consumers. Next question is Bureau of Indian Standard Act 1986, and the answer is, the Bureau of Indian Standards has been set up under this act, replacing the Indian Standard Institution ISI to protect and promote consumer interest. It has two major activities: formulation of quality standards for goods and their certification through the BIS certification marks, a scheme by which manufacturers are permitted to use the standardization mark on their products after due verification of conformity with prescribed quality standards of safety and performance. Next question is, explain the advantages of radio advertising. And the answer is, first point, it is more effective as people hear it on a regular basis. Second point, it is also useful to illiterates who cannot read and write. Third point, there are places where newspapers reading may not be possible, but you can hear radio. For example, you can hear radio while traveling on road or working at home, but you cannot read newspaper. Next question is, explain the advantages of internet advertising. And the answer is, first point, information from all over the world is made available at the doorsteps. Second point, user can see the advertisements at any time and as per the requirement. Next question, explain the Consumer Protection Act 1986. And the answer is, Consumer Protection Act provides for consumer protection more comprehensively than any other law. Consumers can seek legal remedy for a wide range of unfair practices, not only with respect to goods but also for deficiency in services like banking, insurance, financing, transport, telephone, supply of electricity or other energy, housing, boarding and lodging, entertainment, amusement, etc. This act also includes provision for the establishment of consumer protection councils at the center and the state. For the settlement of consumer disputes, the act has provided for a semi-judicial system. It consists of district forum, state commission, and national commission for redressal of consumer disputes. These may be regarded as consumer courts. आगे बढ़ने से पहले अगर आपने अभी तक इस वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया है और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो काइंडली इस वीडियो को लाइक करें और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें इसी तरह के नोट्स के वीडियोस देखते रहने के लिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई शुड कंज्यूमर्स बी प्रोटेक्टेड? एंड द आंसर इज द नेसेसिटी ऑफ अडॉप्टिंग मेजर्स टू प्रोटेक्ट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ कंज्यूमर अराइजेस मेनली ड्यू टू देयर हेल्पलेस पोजीशन and the unfair business practices. No doubt consumers have the basic right to be protected from the loss or injury caused on account of defective goods and deficiency of services. Consumers are unable to make use of their right due to lack of awareness and ignorance. Under certain circumstances, we are helpless in the sense of our inability to verify the quality of products. The clever shopkeeper can deceive us by his persuasive words. If the date of expiry on a strip of medicinal tablet is not legible, we may be in a hurry and depend on what the seller tells us. If the medicine does not have the desired effect, we may go to the doctor again and request him to prescribe some other medicine. We forget that the medicine we bought might not have had the effect as we were supplied and medicine after its date of expiry. Consumers are not fully aware of remedies open to them if goods are defective or there is deficiency of service. Next question is short note on Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954. And the answer is this act provides for severe punishment for adulteration of food articles. Food inspectors are appointed and they have powers to lift samples and send them for analysis. Penalties are also provided under the Act for offences committed by persons with regard to manufacture, import, storage, sale, and distribution of adulterated food articles. Next question is what information is required to be filed before the consumer courts while filing any complaint? And the answer is the complaint may be filed before the district forum for the district where the cause of action has arisen or where the opposite party resides, or before the state commission notified by the state government or the union territory, or it can be filed before the national commission at New Delhi. 5 copies of the complaint are generally required to be filed along with the following information. First point, name, description and address of the complainant. Second point, name, description and address of the opposite party or the parties as the case may be. Third point, facts relating to the complaint and when and where it arose. Fourth number point, documents, if any, in support of the allegations contained in the complaint, like cash memo, receipts, etc. Fifth number point, the nature of relief which the complainant is seeking. इस वीडियो में फ़िलहाल इतना ही. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया तो काइंडली इस वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करें और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें. मिलते हैं आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग.